Hey folks, Tom Bell here with your Diz Daily Fix for Wednesday, September 6th, 2017. Here's what's happening today. Overnight changes to the projected path of Hurricane Irma have it tracking more to the east now, with the eye of the storm remaining offshore. Central Florida should expect tropical force winds of 50 to 60 miles per hour sometime on Saturday and into Sunday, based on the new tracking. The National Hurricane Center does expect more changes to the path of the storm, so it's important to keep in mind that it's still too early to predict exactly where it will make landfall. Hurricane force winds extend 50 miles from the center of the storm, and tropical force winds extend up to 175 miles from the center of the storm. Currently, Hurricane Irma is a Category 5 hurricane with sustained winds of 185 miles per hour. Behind Hurricane Irma, Tropical Storm Jose has formed in the Atlantic and is expected to become a hurricane by next Wednesday, and Tropical Storm Katia has formed in the Gulf of Mexico. For those with vacations coming up at Walt Disney World, as of this morning, neither Walt Disney World nor the airlines have issued any travel waivers. We will keep an eye on that for you, though. A Disney Cruise Line, however, is bringing back both of its ships to Port Canaveral, both of the ships that are in the area, home to Port Canaveral early. The Disney Fantasy and the Disney Dream will arrive in port tomorrow, September 7th. Disney Cruise Line has also canceled the September 9th sailing of the Disney Fantasy and both the September 8th and September 11th sailings aboard the Disney Dream. Guests on the cruises that are ending early will receive partial refunds based on the number of days they are losing, and those scheduled for the canceled cruises will, of course, receive full refunds. All of the guests that are affected, based on all 5 cruises, all of those guests affected will receive 25% off of a future cruise. The Diz will continue to monitor the situation in Central Florida and bring you updates as things change. In other news, the Disneyland Resort has confirmed that this year's holiday season will begin November 10th and will include many returning favorites, including the classic Christmas Fantasy Parade at Disneyland Park. That's my favorite. And of course, the Believe in Holiday Magic fireworks, also at Disneyland. Over at California Adventure, World of Color Season of Light is back for a second year, as is another one of my new favorites, the Festival of Holidays. Again, Holidays at the Disneyland Resort runs November 10th through January 7th. Finally today, Disney and Lucasfilm announced in a statement yesterday that Colin Trevorrow will no longer be directing Star Wars Episode 9. The statement indicates that they have, quote, mutually chosen to part ways, and that their visions of the projects differ. Variety reported that Trevorrow and studio executives couldn't agree on a script or resolve differences that they had on the script. Trevorrow and his writing partner Derek Connolly had been working on the script, but last month Lucasfilm brought in screenwriter Jack Thorne to polish up the latest draft. Creative differences were also cited last June when Lucasfilm replaced Phil Lord and Christopher Miller with Ron Howard as director of the still-to-be-named Han Solo film. Trevorrow was brought in for Episode 9 back in August of 2015 after directing Jurassic World for Universal. Episode 9 was expected to start production next year with a May 2019 release date. Episode 8, which is Star Wars The Last Jedi, hits theaters December 15th of this year. Today's featured article on the Diz comes from Ryan Grover, who discusses dining on a budget at Disneyland and highlights 5 places that will fill you up without draining your wallet. For that article and more, head over to the Diz homepage at wdwinfo.com. Trending on the Diz boards today, we have another thread simply titled Hurricane Irma, where our posters are coming together to decide what to do about their upcoming vacations to Walt Disney World and Disney Cruise Line. Posters are also sharing their experiences and passing on tips about how to be prepared during your vacation. To join the discussion, head over to the Theme Parks Attractions and Strategies Forum at disboards.com. If you are heading into the parks tomorrow, afternoon thunderstorms in Orlando with a high of 90 and a low of 76. Sunny in Anaheim with a high of 86 and a low of 66. You can find links to all these stories and more on our Daily Fix main page at wdwinfo.com/dailyfix. That's going to do it for me today, but be sure to join us again tomorrow for the next installment of the Diz Daily Fix. Have a great day.